Hi guys, it's Jolene. Today is Good Friday. Good Friday is the day in the Christian year that we remember when Jesus died. Jesus died a long time ago, and it was very sad because he was killed by the Roman government, which is the government where he lived at the time. Jesus got in trouble for saying that the emperor wasn't God, and for saying that society should be different and that people should have more rights. Jesus did some very dangerous things, like what we talked about yesterday, hanging out with people he wasn't supposed to hang out with, even though they were just friends. That's part of why we like to remember Jesus and think about Jesus, is he helped change the world and change the way that people thought about each other. Holy Week is a very special time. Jesus died a long time ago, but we still remember it because Jesus taught us so many important things. And one of the most important things he taught us is to forgive people even when they do things wrong. Even if they do things like hurt other people. Because in order for the world to move forward, we need to forgive each other. So today we're going to read a book called Holy Week, an emotions primer. It's talking about some of the feelings that we feel throughout the week as we hear all of the stories about Jesus in Jerusalem, from Palm Sunday to Easter Sunday. Excited. See, there's Jesus on the donkey with the palms. Kind of how we did in church on Sunday last week. When Jesus entered Jerusalem for the Passover feast, a crowd gathered to see him, waving palm branches and shouting, "Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." Angry. Then Jesus entered the temple and drove out the merchants. He turned over their tables, angry, because they made God's house a den of robbers. When the temple was clean, Jesus stayed there, healing and teaching. Loved. Before the Passover feast, Jesus showed the disciples how much he loved them. He washed their feet, saying, "I did this as an example for you. So you should serve each other, just as I served you." Just like how Jesus ate dinner with lots of people, he helped wash people's feet. A long time ago where Jesus lived, people had to walk everywhere and they got very dusty feet. And so when they went inside places, someone would wash their feet. Now usually that person didn't have a lot of money or power. But Jesus said we should wash other people's feet even if they don't have a lot of money or power. It's something we don't do today, but it's part of how Jesus was friends with everybody. Thankful. While they were eating, Jesus took bread, blessed it, broke it, and gave it to the disciples and said, "Take and eat. This is my body." He took a cup, gave thanks, and gave it to them, saying, "Drink from this, all of you. This is the new covenant, poured out for so many." We talked about this yesterday. The Last Supper. When Jesus shared bread and wine with his friends. Overwhelmed. Then Jesus went to pray, telling his disciples, "My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow." He fell down and prayed, "Abba, Father, take this cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will." Jesus knew he was in danger and knew that he might die. And so he was overwhelmed and prayed to God. Frustrated. Jesus was arrested and brought to Pilate. But Pilate found him innocent and wanted to release him. Still, the people wanted Jesus to die. Pilate asked them, "Why? What has he done? I have found no guilt in him." But the people again demanded Jesus should be crucified. So Pilate decided that their demand should be granted. Pilate was the ruler at the time, and he did what he thought the people wanted, even though he didn't necessarily think it was right. Scared. Jesus was crucified. The earth shook when he died, and the soldiers were guarding Jesus and were terrified, exclaiming, "Surely he was the Son of God." It's kind of a scary story. Sad. Many people were sad when Jesus died. They laid his body in a tomb and rolled a great stone to the entrance to keep it closed. He was pierced, and by his wounds we are healed. The Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. So people were very sad when Jesus died. We're usually sad when someone dies, huh? Surprised. On the third day, women went to Jesus' tomb, where an angel descended and said, "I know that you seek Jesus, who was crucified. He is not here, for he is risen." Joyful. Jesus appeared to his disciples and said, "It's really me. Touch me. You can see that I have a living body. Go and tell people that they must change and turn to God, which will bring them forgiveness. Tell this message in my name to the people of all nations." They worshipped him and returned to Jerusalem, overwhelmed with joy. So we're getting a little ahead of the story for Holy Week because it's Good Friday today and Easter isn't until Sunday. But what we remember on Good Friday is that Easter's coming. So even when things feel sad, we can remember that they'll get better. Everyone, everywhere in the world, and all throughout time, in the ancient past and in the faraway future, has a heartbeat, just like you. All people love and live and feel. All people tell stories to make sense of it all. Let's keep telling stories to honor the past and help create the future. I'll see you next time.